Hey guys, welcome to my new YouTube series, Paul Salamone Dresses Like a Wanker and Talks About Europe. I call today's outfit the Waffle Gangster, which is appropriate because I'm talking about a place I went to recently called Geel in Belgium. But first, I'm going to enjoy a sip of my caffeine-free espresso with butter in it. Why butter? I don't know. Greasy. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I was recently in a small town near Antwerp in Belgium called Geel. And if you don't speak Flemish or Dutch, as it's actually called, Geel is Flemish or Dutch for yellow, which is weird because when I was walking around the day I got there, the weather was kind of crappy. I didn't see a single bright color. A better name for the city would have been Grijs, which is a Flemish or Dutch word for gray. So anyways, I was there for 2 gigs. The night I got there, I performed for a bunch of old people at a community center. And they're like, between 40s and some of them even in their 80s. But they laughed. I've never performed for old people in Europe that laughed at my stuff, right? They actually spoke English. It was great. But the next day, I got up at 7:30 to perform at 9 o'clock for a bunch of high school kids, okay? 200 high school kids before 9 in the morning. I hadn't even had my caffeine-free butter espresso up till then, okay? So it was like, it was, as we say in German, an Albtraum, okay? It was a nightmare. Because these kids did not want to be there, okay? It was either they go to French class or they come see a comedian, right? What would you choose? So the nerds were in the front row, because I guess they got bullied to be there. So they're all like, they wouldn't even make eye contact because they were nerds. So they're all looking at the ground, like shaking, like, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me, right? Not really a good audience for crowd work. Then on the left side were like the cool skater kids. They're like kind of laughing at stuff, but also like high-fiving in weird ways. I don't know what's going on with them. And on the other side was like the jocks, like the cool jock guys. And they're just gossiping about football or something. Ajax, yeah. I don't know anything about football. And then in the back were like the cool girls doing their nails and gossiping, not even watching the show, all right? So I was supposed to perform for 45 minutes. I probably made 20 minutes, 25 minutes, man, and I freaked out. I got out of there because I was bombing. And, Belgium's used to that, right? The war. But, yeah, it wasn't that good, right? And I was doing, some of my clean jokes. I got a little here and there. I did some dirty jokes, too, because the promoter said it was okay if I did dirty jokes. So I did some dirty stuff. And there'd be dirty jokes that I'd be in the middle of the joke, and I'd be like, oh, you don't know what that is, so I'd have to stop, right? So I got a little flustered, man, and I showed some videos. They're like, what the fuck is this? My Archie Thompson video, the video where I danced architecture. I think it's one of my favorite videos. Nothing. Then I did my whole, Wappen bit, the thing with the coats of arms. They liked it, some of it, but not much of it, all right? They laughed at some. And that was about it. So after the show, I'm all depressed. I'm standing there in a corner, just like, just looking into my espresso with butter in it. And one of the teachers came up to me. She's like, excuse me, that was actually very good. I was like, what? Did you see the same show as me? She's like, no, it was good. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, listen, this is our English class. And we wanted to prove to them that their English skills are not as good as they think they are, okay? So that's why they didn't laugh at everything. I was like, oh, well, maybe you could have told me that before the gig, because the whole gig I was thinking maybe my comedy skills is not as good as I think they are. And I'm still not convinced that they are, okay? But, overall, it was a cool experience. It is one of my top 5 most difficult gigs, but it was interesting to be there. I will go back to Belgium anytime they want me. Big ups to Nigel Williams for setting it up and Arun for running that community center in Geel. It was a lot of fun. Guys, I'm going to have one more sip of my butter espresso, and I'm out of here. Thank you very much for watching the first episode of Paul Salamone Dresses Like a Wanker and Talks About Europe. Until next time, tschüss!